Howdy everyone, welcome to Filmmakers Unleashed. We talk film shows and everything else groovy, so we got you covered. And today I'm joined by my fellow casters, Jaden.
Hello, I'm back again.
He's back, and then there's Robert. Hey Robert, how's it going?
Hi, how's it going? I'm good.
Yeah, there's just Robert over there, just Robert.
Just Robert, he's hanging. So guys, what have you been up to? Tell me, each of you tell me 3 interesting things that you've been up to this week. Go on, tell me.
I was on a boat.
You go first, Mr. Robert.
I was on a boat. I drove the boat, then I went home.
You drove the boat?
Okay, yeah.
Well, do you say sail or drove? I don't know what you say.
Swam the boat? Is that it? Is that what you say?
I swam the boat.
You swam the boat.
We'll go with that.
You swam the boat.
You swam the boat. You held it in your arm and you started swimming with the boat.
I watched the propeller.
The propellers were starting to slowly touch your feet and you felt scared.
I didn't know.
Something weird happened to me today. Oh wait, sorry, Jade, go on, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, bloody hell, mate,
Go on.
skipping over me first time back.
Go on.
Hang on. What did I do? I've been playing the new Saints Row game.
Oh yeah?
Oh, I've been playing that too.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not as bad. What else have I been doing? Not much, really. Nothing much really interesting has been happening to me.
It's been about 2 weeks since you've been on here. Surely something other than Saints Row.
I mean, apart from hanging out with my partner and stuff like that a lot, and
Is that
working.
dangerous in Australia? Because of all the monsters.
Oh, no.
I will never go over to Australia. This is no offense to you, Jaden, but I just... The amount of spiders in Australia, I can't. I actually can't. They're big enough here.
Dude, I shit you not.
The smallest one.
I shit you not. I have not seen a spider for fucking, like, a month.
Really? That surprises
Oh, wow,
me.
a month.
That surprises me. Okay, I was in town today.
Dude, I see one in the corner.
I was in town today, right? And I was outside of H&V, and I was just, I look at the DVDs and stuff, and I walked outside, and I was about to put my headphones in, and some old woman comes up to me, and she's like, "Excuse me, love, do you know how I can get 12% off my car insurance?" And I kind of took my headphones out, and I went, "Not really." "Oh, could you ask Todd for me?" So I think you're just making me for someone else. "Okay, well, could you just wait for me while Todd comes back?" I'm not... I don't know who Todd is. I'm honestly not, I'm not sure what you're on about. "Okay, but can you help me get 12% off my car?" I don't know you, woman. I don't know what you're talking about. I was so confused. I was really confused.
Did you find out who Todd was?
No, I don't know who this Todd bloke is. I was so confused.
Hang on. Did Todd finally show up in the end? That's the real question. Did he finally show up?
He did not show. This is the point where I introduce a special guest. This is Todd. He joins the call.
Hey, Todd's on the call.
We're asking, we quiz him. But yeah, guys, we're talking about She-Hulk. The past 3 episodes.
Whoa.
I'm just thinking, where do we start?
Alright, I'm just gonna give it my fucking first thoughts.
Go on, you start us off, Jaden.
Not gonna lie, just like looking at the trailers and stuff like that, I thought, not gonna lie, this is gonna be a bit of a shit series. Gonna be very hesitant on watching it. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to each fucking episode.
Nice.
I love it.
Robert,
I fucking love the show.
What do you think of it, Robert, so far?
So far, I'm enjoying it, but the farthest I'd go to say is that I think it's alright so far. Like, there's nothing that's really hooked me into the series yet.
You know, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I'm enjoying it. It's just, it's one of those ones where I'm not majorly excited for each episode as of yet.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm enjoying it, but it's not like Moon Knight level or Loki level just yet. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I
Like,
feel
the episodes are fun. There's some, like, I think the thing that I'd say I'm most disappointed in is the humour. Because obviously this is meant to be like a Marvel Disney Plus sitcom series, that's how
Yeah.
it's marketed.
Sort of like
if
how
I'm being
what
honest,
WandaVision did.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I've not been laughing at any of the jokes really. The most I've done is or just like kind of chuckle a bit, you know?
Yeah. I'm probably the same on that one. I think it's probably with episode 3. It's not like I didn't hate it. It's the whole. You know, we'll get into this, and then I think we should talk about episode 1. We'll talk about episode 1, but I think the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. I
really didn't care for that.
I mean, I'm not saying, because there's loads of people online. I'm like, oh my god, it's absolutely destroying the MCU, and I'm just like, just calm down.
It doesn't destroy anything. Like, if you liked it, that's fine. It's just, for me, it's extremely cringy. And not like a funny cringe.
Yeah.
It's just every time someone would go, oh my god, it's the Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm like...
I know what you mean.
It's
Hang
just
on.
like,
Are we talking about like the whole? Are we
we're
are we
gonna go
talking
over the
about Megan
whole
Thee
show.
Stallion in general, or are we talking about that
no,
last
not just
post-credit scene?
her in general, just...
Okay. Because I've got some views on that post-credit
wait,
scene.
hang on. I want to hear that actually. Go on, tell me.
For everyone who like fucking shits on it, like saying, "Oh, it didn't like," you know, like, "Oh, it fucking ruins the MCU canon. Oh, it fucking ruins the whole fucking MCU from now on." No, it fucking doesn't. It's just a post-credit theme.
The thing is with She-Hulk, right? I'll take you up on that. The thing is with She-Hulk is that every single post-credit scene so far, it's not been to set up like a new series or something. It's just there as a little gag.
Little funny, funny.
You know what I mean? It's like I compare it to like say you know the Captain America scene and the post-credit scene in Homecoming, or the ant playing the drums. And not every post-credit scene has to set up like another
50 new movies.
I'm not saying that's bad.
Yes.
I'm just saying like you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like I'm gonna bring in the whole fucking gender thing just real quick. Like, obviously, She-Hulk being a female, everyone's going like, oh, she's twerking, what the fuck is this? You fucking look at Thor, who fucking was pretty much, you know, doing the whole haha funny, he's naked during Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Then you get fucking, this is not MCU, well, technically it is, but fucking Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man doing the whole fucking dance thing in the third movie.
Yeah.
And then fucking, like, every other dance thing that's been fucking MCU. Even, like, fucking Peter Quill dancing. Mind you, that was part of the plot. But still.
If it doesn't affect the plot, I'm not too fussed.
Like, why the fuck should you care?
Right, okay.
See, that's what you think.
Right.
Actually, She-Hulk twerking is going to affect the plot massively. It's going to come round again in the finale to defeat Kingpin.
Right.
Mark my word.
Right, Robert, stay there, right, because I've got something hilarious I've got to read regarding this scene, right? I'm not going to say the Instagram user, okay, right? It's just a picture of Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerking, right? And do you want to know the description, right? I'm going to read this right here. I want you guys' opinions on it, right?
Let's hear it.
Marvel fans made this happen. They refused to stand up. They coped, made excuses, and kept paying for the content in Phase 4. When don't you challenge these companies and say no as a consumer? This is what you get. Don't let DC be next. Make your voice be heard. And please stop supporting the MCU. This is not the universe you remember anymore. It will only get worse. What more do you need before you choose to say no? I mean, I bet he must be fucking unbearable to live with.
That guy must have been fucking livid when he wrote that.
That's the same fucking, like, sort of thing you'd hear when some old guy comes up to goes, like, for some fucking smoking ad and goes, yeah, we should stand up to say no to smoking. We should do this, do that.
You hear and, like, politicians get out of hand.
That's the same fucking energy.
I was laughing so hard. I was actually creasing.
How angry and miserable do you have to be as a person to get that fucking upset over a post-credit scene?
Also, just very quickly, I gotta laugh at the fucking, like, many memes of, like, how they go, the person in the Marvel Studios who edits the twerking scene.
Yeah.
No.
Man, they must have been living the dream.
Oh yeah.
The poor dude who's just probably like, had to spend a few nights away from his family just to perfect She-Hulk's ass.
You say the poor dude. Well, he don't know but we don't know that. he might have enjoyed it.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that. But anyway, shall we start off from the first fucking episode?
Yes, I think we should. I'm uploading that entire section we just talk about as a highlight. I'm going to do that. But yeah, let's talk about episode 1 because I loved episode 1, actually. I did. I really, really enjoyed episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
I don't remember what happened.
Is that him? Oh. I thought Rob was gonna make some really obscure point about like, well, my thoughts are, and he's like, oh shit, let me think about what happened. Fuck me, what happened? To be fair, it was about 3 weeks ago though. Okay, I'll start off by this. I thought the whole how She-Hulk getting her powers was a bit, you know what I mean? She's just driving along and. Yeah, go on.
Just to add to that, because we do know that She-Hulk's getting a power that's going to be a mystery throughout the show until, like, the finale or some shit. But then Kevin Feige stepped in and said, no, we should reveal it in the first episode.
Which I'm glad about.
Yeah, because like you said, it's just very, like, it's just a very cliche, generic way of it happening.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you wait 8 weeks to find out how she gets the powers. It's just, oh, Bruce bled onto her.
Could you imagine if that happened, though? The clash on Twitter. It would be... the internet would be on fire. People like, oh, I need to wait until. Oh my god, was she attacked by the cartel? Was there
the Kingpin do it? Who did it? Was she experimented on? Oh, cousin bled onto her.
Was she kidnapped by Thunderbolt Ross? Was it the Red Hulk? Oh no, cousin just bled onto her.
Yeah, so it's a good thing they just outright give it us.
Yeah, I'm quite happy at that. The thing is, I'm quite happy about the whole start of the show is her kind of learning how to use her powers, kind of being mentored by the Hulk, because I'm really, that kind of intrigues me, because at the same time I get to see how Hulk kind of deals with him being
someone
a Hulk.
like him.
Yeah. And I do like how she's not just Hulk, and then she just learns how to use her powers, and she's like, oh, I'm really good at this, but there's like consequences to it, but you'll lash out, you'll do this, you'll do that, you gotta learn to control yourself.
I was gonna say, I like how, I had what I said, now I forgot, fuck's sake.
Now, think. We got up to the part where Hulk bled on her.
Robin.
God damn. I really liked what I had to say, but now it's gone.
Jaden, could you pick us off from there?
What could I say about this episode? See, I actually really like. No, I really liked it. It was like, as you said, Finn, like, of how, you know, with Bruce and stuff like that, and then how She-Hulk, you know, starts. It's pretty much a whole bunch of fucking character building.
Yeah,
that's what it is, pretty much.
I dig this episode.
Yeah, and there's a certain part later on which I want to talk about, which also everyone goes fucking ape shit on.
Is this episode 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know the scene he's on about.
Yeah. Oh, wait, do we know the scene he's on about?
Yeah.
Is it the
when
ending?
she's fucking talking about no, she's talking about her struggles and shit like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, wait on that, because I have a lot to say. Yeah.
I said yeah, we'll get to that later.
To be honest, with the trailers, the CGI just looked... You know what I mean?
Bonkers.
I feel like everything up until a certain bit in episode 3, the CGI's been pretty...
It's a weird one with the CGI, because sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks kind of... sometimes it looks really bad. It's like, there's an inconsistent quality to it,
I think in episode 1 it worked.
I think as well in episode 1, when she was CG, it was mainly because she was next to the Hulk, who's also CG. Oh, so it doesn't look as odd. But when she's like, say, just walking around the office, right? There's other people there, so you'll notice if something's off. Yeah. Because a lot of times she does just look extremely floaty. Like she's not.
Also,
really...
I don't know, I see what you guys mean. But then also, like, during some scenes, like, she just looked a bit too green at some points. I know that's just like, that's weird to say, but it's...
the lighting as well.
Yeah, true. But like, yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's some times where I kind of just, I really wish that they just painted her green. I feel like that would have been fine. But I think in majority of episode 1, it looked good, even like the courtroom scene.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's just me.
Yeah.
I think
Also,
yeah.
it could just be a side effect of like it being the uncanny valley. Since obviously She-Hulk is a lot more humanoid looking than Hulk.
Yeah.
Whereas Hulk is like kind of like a massive boulder with a face.
Like, he's still
She-Hulk
like monstrous looking.
She-Hulk essentially just looks like what we did was like got the actress, they painted her green with CGI, then enlarged her body. It doesn't like that's kind of what it looks like. So it's kind of this kind of uncanny valley. Like she looks human, but not.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, yeah, it's like someone put her in the Saints Row character creator and just like.
And that's what came out.
And yeah, that's the final product.
I can tolerate it like a good 80% of the time. To be honest, I think it looks fine. Mostly, you know what I mean. I think definitely episode 1 has been my favorite so far, with just the whole. I do love the actual. I love the conflict in episode 1 purely because he knows Hulk. I mean, Hulk knows how he what it's like to be a Hulk, and he's kind of mentally preparing.
Hulk knows Hulk.
Hulk knows Hulk. Hulk. Yeah, he knows Hulk. Yeah,
Hulk is Hulk.
Hulk knows how to Hulk. Is what I mean. It's like he's trying to teach her that you can't just go back to normal life, because I guess that's what he did, and it didn't work out for him. So he's trying to mentally prepare her, but at the same time, she's very conflicted because I don't want to be a superhero. I don't want to do all this. I want to go back to my normal life.
She doesn't want to deal with any of it, you know.
So I love the conflict in that. I really, really do. I really, really enjoy that.
I also love how calm he is with it. Like, he doesn't really lash out at her or get angry about it.
Wow.
Like, you'll have to, not angry. Until that fight.
No, he doesn't.
Up until a certain point, Rob. Like, go on.
Yeah. But he's obviously a very patient man.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. And he's probably trying to tell her, like, well, you can't just live a normal life.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it works.
I like
that.
that.
It's like he knows. It's like he doesn't want her to change her life. But he knows she has to, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
It's like it's not up to him. It's not up to her. It's just the way life is now.
I get that, and I love how she's not just has a power. She instantly knows how to. Well, I know she instantly knows how to use them, but it's not just like the physical of understanding your powers. There's always like the mental side to it. It's like Superman could do anything, for example, but it's always the mental struggles of the character, which what people can relate
Superman
to.
as well is also a character that always holds back in a fight as well. You have to hold back and always like fucking put a hole in your chest.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I have a question for you guys. I have a question. What does everyone think of Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk? I mean, just in general.
I mean, at some point, sometimes I don't mind it. Other times, I do mind it.
I mean, just like not as a visual. I mean, just in general, like what they've done with.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's the alright thing. My biggest problem with it, I say, that there's just a lack of Hulk in the MCU for obvious reasons with the whole Universal thing.
Yeah.
I don't really blame the MCU for it. Like, if we had like a Hulk trilogy, I think people would be more accepting of who Smart Hulk is.
Yeah.
This is something Bruce Banner's always wanted as a character in general.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give my thoughts. To be honest, I'm actually, say what you want, I'm actually really, really happy that Smart Hulk is even a thing, only because a lot of people online just really, really want the Raging Hulk back, which I get, I get completely. But thing is, I think there's come to a point where if we just have Hulk being angry, being Hulk again, it gets to the point where that would just be do something different with it. And for obvious reasons, he's obviously going to go back to like Raging Hulk, you know, Planet Hulk, you know.
Yeah.
But
which is obviously something with that happening.
That's definitely we'll get definitely that's happening.
We'll get to that later.
But I just think the whole concept of just Professor Hulk, how he's kind of just like, you know what, I've learned that he's kind of come to an understanding with Hulk and merge those two together. I think that's actually a really smart thing to do with Hulk. You know, because people are happy with it in Endgame, and all of a sudden people just turn on it. It's one of those things where people are just like, I want Raging Hulk, but if they had...
It's one of those things that I don't think everyone was 100% going to like anyway.
Yeah.
Especially since it was a thing that happened off screen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think that is some people, I think, main problem is that we didn't get to see that transformation. Just really until Hulk doesn't come out, Endgame, okay, they've merged them, but now it's one person. So that, I get not liking that.
I do dig it.
like going back to like Endgame for a bit as well. It's like that whole scene of like, you know, how he's still at at the whole like time travel point, he's smart Hulk, and they go back to 2012, and like you can see like when he like I find it funny how like he apologizes for the old like raging Hulk,
Yeah,
and then he starts to pretend to be the raging Hulk again, and he's like
well,
yeah.
If Bruce Banner wanted to, he can just like not turn to Rage Hulk, but he can himself fuck shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh
we don't really need Rage Hulk. We just need Bruce Banner to get naturally angry, like he did at the end of the first episode when he was fighting She-Hulk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people pointing out there's kind of like that Raging Hulk is coming out, which do you think we'll see Hulk again in this show at some point?
I don't know.
I reckon...
I do think it would be a shame if we don't, just because it would have been cool to see him and Abomination have a conversation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be an extremely missed opportunity if that's not something we get.
I'm fine if we don't see him again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like, I'm fine, it's just, I think we should have had a scene of Abomination and him at first, and then he's gone.
Yeah. I reckon, like, we will see him again. Even if it's just, like, a little, post-credit scene for, like, setting up Planet Hulk or whatever.
If that happens, that would definitely be in the finale then, won't it? Like, I don't get
100%.
Like, yeah.
100%, yeah.
Oh, also, little theory time. So, obviously one of the biggest questions is, why is She-Hulk able to control her anger thing? Do you think it might have something to do with Bruce's blood getting into her at a time in his life when he's been able to calm the Hulk down?
I don't know, actually. I haven't really given him much thought. I
feel like they questioned that so much
feasible.
in episode 1, but it has to come up at some point.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Even Abomination seems to have controlled his side.
I'm guessing that's because he's been in prison for so long, but I hope it gets touched on at some point.
Because it feels a bit strange, but if that's the case, it'll be only Bruce Banner who has to deal with this side, which obviously is like, there's a thing in the comics about how Bruce has always had anger issues because of his dad being abusive. He's always had this like dark side to him, and the Hulk is that manifestation. But I do think it's a bit odd if like She-Hulk and Abomination are like, they were just always able to control it. But I feel like it'll be a cool, interesting story if it's like, I don't know.
No, I get what you mean. I reckon that they should touch on it because there's people have different ways of like dealing with anger and dealing with personal trauma and stuff. Which like, let's hop into what Jane was on. But you know that scene where she kind of talks about how she deals with repressing anger and repressing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have completely reacted to that in a complete wrong way.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
What they've been saying. The amount of times, because
I can't be going back and looking because everyone, well, not everyone, most of the people
everyone knows.
Going on about it.
Knows what the reaction was.
It's just the whole point of just that scene is her just. She's not saying she's better than Hulk or Bruce. She's just saying that's how she deals with anger, which I'm actually really happy that's the scene because she could just be like, oh yeah, I control my anger like straight away. But she talks about like, oh, I go through various struggles and stuff like that. That's how I repress. I deal with that a lot, which I'm happy that we kind of get that little moment. And so many people are treating it as the amount of thumbnails I see online being like, oh my god, She-Hulk hates men confirmed. I'm like, she's talking to a man. Who is her cousin. Why does she hate men?
And most of the fucking people who've gone fucking rambling on about it haven't even seen the fucking show. Haven't even seen that scene.
Yeah, that's the most annoying part.
They take that scene, or they take a picture of that scene, and then just fucking take the whole shit out of context.
It annoys me. It really, really annoys me. It's like the amount of people that just review Brom this. It thoroughly annoys me.
They think Captain Miss Marvel as well.
Yeah.
Which was also a good show as well.
Yeah, Miss Marvel's pretty sweet. I love Miss Marvel. I think that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What do we think of the fight between She-Hulk and Hulk?
Holy shit.
I like seeing it be like showing how capable Hulk is as well. Because I think another thing people upset, well not upset, but concerned about that, like, can, like, smart Hulk really fight? you know?
Yeah.
And I like seeing that even though he is a lot calmer and is now Bruce in control, he's still just as strong as when he was Rage Hulk.
I have a little bit of a thought/theory about that fight as well.
Theory time. Let's go.
Obviously, like, they're fighting, right? But Hulk being Smart Hulk, he's using that for her training too.
Oh, so you think that was part of the training?
That was like sort of him like adding a bit more training to it without her knowing about it.
That could be
like trying to make her you know.
It was training. Well,
yeah,
not training, but more of an experience.
Cool. Yeah, like trying to make her like, you know, get really fucking like pissed off and start fighting and shit. Yeah, and also getting her to like settle down a bit as well near the end.
Again, I just love the whole emotion behind it, how she just wants to go back to normal life. He wants to keep her there, to train her, and it's like they don't really want to fight each other. I like it because
you get both points of view.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why Bruce wants to do what he does, and you understand why Jennifer wants to do what she wants to do. And it's like, kind of like, I think they're both right, and they're both wrong, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I'm actually really happy that they did the fourth wall stuff in this as well.
It's at first I thought it was gonna be like, you know, not that good. I kind of like it. It's pretty funny.
Tatiana Maslany's great. I'm just gonna throw that out there. She's great. She's really good at She-Hulk.
Her name.
What? Which part?
Fucking what?
I can't pronounce her name. Every time I hear you say it, I get jealous.
Tatiana. Tatiana Maslany. Say it with me. Say it with me. Tatiana. Maslany. Say it together.
There we go.
Say it together.
You can do this, Robert. You can do this, Robert.
Let's do it again. Tatiana.
Yeah. It's okay, Robert. You can do it.
Maslany. Say it together.
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah, what? I don't. What? We'll be back after these short messages. Just the sounds of me whipping Robert in the background. You fucking idiot!
I'm sorry. I'll be back.
It's a whole scene from Whiplash.
Can you imagine if we get Tatiana Maslany in the show, and then Robert's like, oh, hello, sorry, Robert, leave the room.
I just pronounce the name differently each time.
You just like see me kick him off the call.
Hello, Titty Ms. Lobby. Hello, Titty.
And he's gone.
Oh, okay. The ending scene of episode 1, okay? I'm just gonna point her out there. It felt like a freaking 70s show. With the music and everything.
I just wanna...
Go on.
I also gotta love...
Say it!
At one point as well, we forgot to mention this. How Hulk or Bruce kept reminiscing over Tony. And like all the little hints and stuff.
I love the shack they built. I just love the world building of the Hulk. I love it.
The little bar, the big bar.
I love how you see what he's been up to during Endgame as well. I love the character development of, pardon me, Hulk recently. Sorry, Diet Coke. I love the character development of Hulk recently because it's just, it's him kind of connecting with him and the Hulk personality, and they're putting them together, and it's him kind of
really
just, like,
makes
getting
you
peace.
Wonder
yeah.
What they would have done for a Hulk movie. Because it's like, I'm really enjoying what they have been doing with Hulk. So it would have been really cool to have a movie about that as well.
Next thing you know, Hulk dies and they make a Hulk movie after that.
What do you think
it's
the freaking spaceship is all about at the start?
I thought I'd say that, obviously they're not going to adapt, like, World War Hulk.
Yeah.
Definitely,
they're just not going to do that. So I thought someone theorized that it could be the Grandmaster, that his name?
Grandmaster.
Yeah, sent it to look for his champion because the cards come under attack.
Yeah.
And he wants the Hulk to defend them.
Yeah.
Which I think could work for the premise of a World War Hulk movie. Or show.
I saw someone go the ship was there looking for Hulk because, you know, Hulk escaped from Sakaar. And it's like, it's been what, nearly 7 years.
6 years at this point, yeah.
Like,
only just found him.
And it's only just there now.
Yeah, especially in like just a nonchalant way, just in a car with his cousin, and he just finds him after 6 years.
What I find funny is that the spaceship just lands there, and they just crash the car, and the spaceship's like, "Oh, see you later. We'll be back."
Man.
Yeah, we'll come back when you're fine. We'll come back when you're all, you know, all
I can just imagine like on that like the ship's view, it's like the person's first day on the job, and they're like, "Oh shit, how am I supposed to tell the Grandmaster this? Oh no."
Hey, Hulk, come back.
He's got his hands on his head. Oh no.
Ah, shit, man.
He calls it the Grandmaster. Just, yeah, you're not gonna believe what just happened.
I'm fucking dead.
So there I was in my ship, landed there on the Lord, and he fucking clashed.
And then 50 other spaceships turned up and started shooting at him. It was crazy, man.
And then this green woman ran into the forest.
And then
he starts adding like gun sounds. He's like, "Hang on, the ship's back. Pew 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 pew. Oh!"
You just like go. I can't help it. I'm breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Guess that's how a spaceship starts breaking up his own ship.
But yeah, that ending scene there in the court. Wow.
It felt like a freaking 70s show with the music.
Yeah, like some sort of like 70s action show.
I did feel the editing's a bit weird in that. I think the editing.
Yeah, it was extremely weird.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
It's like, you know,
when she first...
Yeah, go on, sorry.
When she first bodies into a room, she's standing in front of the pedestal thing where the judge sits, right?
Yeah.
Talking to She-Hulk. And then it cuts to She-Hulk saying something, I can't remember what she said. It was like, "I'm Jennifer Waters."
Attorney at law,
and then it cuts back to... Is it Tatiana?
Tatiana.
Titania, that's her name. But it cuts back to her, and she's on the opposite side of the room with a fucking like bench in her fucking arms and throws it in the opposite direction.
And another,
just like,
yeah. Another thing, you know, when she's talking with her mate and she's like, "Hey, you need to take your shoes off." She's like, "Oh, I really like this outfit." She's standing with the guards, Titania. She's not doing anything. If you look in the background, she's just standing there with them. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, I think it really made me question how the action of the show's gonna be, because that's just bad kind of theme blocking in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
First of all, why aren't the guards doing anything? Why is Titania just also not doing anything? It was like a full 10 seconds.
She does a full-on
or
Luke
20 seconds of nothing happening when she was
like
the
whole fucking like moment of the whole scene was cool, but then when you look back at it, nah.
Yeah, like the first one I noticed was the fact that Titania was on two opposite sides of the room at the same time. That was the first thing that caught my eye. But then when you like rewatch the scene, you just notice all these little problems with it. But you kind of go to yourself, how did they not notice any of that?
Yeah, I'm just going to say something real quick. I'm loving all these Disney Plus shows that come out, but I really wish that we could get back into the days where if it's not finished yet or done properly, wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't release it just
Try
yet.
to fix it.
It's like, you know...
That scene is kind of just bad. Like, it's meant to be this cool moment. But I couldn't help but be like, it would be cooler if the scene was consistent with itself.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
I mean, it was a fun scene. I'd go back and watch the scene and have a good time with it. It's just like the little things that just... You know what I mean?
That do cash money.
It's basically immersion. Like, it's like, you know when you're watching a sword fight?
Yeah.
In like a show or a movie. If the sword choreography is good, and the actors or stunt doubles are doing a good job, you'll enjoy the scene. When there are sometimes in other shows or other movies where you'll notice them waiting for the cue to duck, block, or dodge. And it's like, okay, this is just actors waiting for the script to play out.
And I know what you mean, because there have been some times when I've watched like a show like that, and they've ducked too early.
Yeah.
And they've kept it in.
all the rating, like, say it's like, for an example, do you know in Rise of Skywalker and Kylo Ren's fighting the Knights of Ren?
Love that scene.
When he's fighting them, there's one moment where they're all standing behind him as he's got their back turned to him when he's fighting another one. And he goes to block, and then as he blocks, like after he blocks I should say, one of them goes and hits him in the saber. And I'm like, what? It didn't make sense to me because it's like you hit him after he blocked. Why would you do that?
I've got another quick go
on, because I've got a good point.
Just very quickly though, going back to the whole Star Wars like fighting thing, the whole fucking like the Last Jedi fight scene within Snoke's room, throne room. I could see at the back there like attacking and nothing.
Yeah, you can see one like reacts to nothing. Like he kind of he turns around and goes to the back of a line.
Which relates to the whole point of make sure your work is finished and clear. Like make sure like there's no fuck ups in it.
Although I will defend Last Jedi to the end of the earth. I'm sorry to say that. I will do. But I've got a really good point about this show, which I guarantee a lot of you guys will agree with me.
Go for it.
I'm enjoying it. I'd say by the time the show's finished, I wouldn't rate it up there with like Moon Knight or No Way Home or Loki. It's one of the ones where like, yeah, it was fun. I'd just think if it was on TV or something, I'd just watch it. I don't
mind that. It's fun, but I'm not itching to rewatch.
Yeah. But I think my point is that it's kind of just the visual look of the show minus all the stuff on Hawk Island or whatever it's called. Doesn't it look a bit? It just looks a bit bland and plasticky, and because of that, you know, when you get scenes where she's in her office and she's walking around, it's just the visual look, and that
it's very boring to look at.
It's just the visual look, and then She-Hulk on top of that. With imagine you got the animated She-Hulk and you got the bland visual look of the backgrounds and everything.
Do you know what it looks like?
It just doesn't mesh. It doesn't mesh. Yeah.
Yeah, the office scenes, they kind of look like they're from like really bad B movies. The only thing that makes it stand out is there's a giant green woman walking down the hallway.
You know what it kind of does remind me of as well? You know when you get those like Burger King ads where they promote like a superhero or something, where everyone's sitting there at like a restaurant and it's all like bright outside of it, and like some CGI character walks in like a normal working environment. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of that just a little bit. It does remind me of that, just a little bit. But you see what I mean? It's like if it's dark or something, or if there's like on an island, but that's fine. But if it's like a visual office space where it just
like in an enclosed area,
or if it's kind of just blandly shot anyways, because everything just looks empty to me. You know, everything just kind of looks empty. There's not a lot of interesting stuff going on. I've been watching Breaking Bad recently. The way that they film just simple office spaces or anything looks so interesting, but it just feels like
actually now that you say it, it might. Just
it's like. Like, going back to the office spaces real quick.
Yeah.
It's like... It's like they, you know, they ordered, like, well, they got a vacant office, and they just, like, researched, things you can put in an office. And they've got, like, one of each item and just put them there.
I'm with you on that, because the writers came out and said that, when we're writing the show, we realised that we didn't really know how to do court scenes. Why would you come out and say that? Why would you come out and say that? You know what I mean?
Yeesh.
I mean, I'm enjoying the show at the minute. It's just one of those things where it's just like, you want to make sure you writers know what they're doing. And also, when it comes to like the look of it, it's one of those shows that I can watch and I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not like a visual masterpiece. It's just like a fun little, yeah. But like, you know, when you get those, when you buy a new laptop or a new phone and you peel that thin layer of plastic that goes over the top, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, they're very satisfying.
Yeah.
Very satisfying stuff. But this part's not that satisfying.
I just want to grab the TV and peel that little bit of plastic off.
Going back to what you said about them not knowing how to do courtroom scenes, it's kind of odd. But you'd get writers to do a courtroom sitcom, but don't know how to write those scenes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, I was just about to say.
100% agree. I totally agree.
Because look at it this way. Obviously, like most sitcoms are basically parodies of real life, right? Like, even a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the actors, like, went to, like, actual gun training, how police officers do, to know what to do. They're like, it looks real.
Yeah.
And they even looked into like how police should do their jobs and all that, right?
Yeah.
Which makes it feel more authentic, even if everything else is just satirical and parodying. But this, it's like, it completely breaks your immersion, even in a sitcom, if it comes across like, okay, we don't know what we're talking about.
I'll do you one better than that. They taught Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul on Breaking Bad actually how to cook meth.
To make meth.
They actually,
What?
they actually did. They know how to cook meth.
They do.
Which I think is hilarious. Shall we, so overall episode 1, I enjoyed it. It's just got some, I think we're going to agree. We all enjoy episode 1. It's a great start. It's just the visual things.
We missed one more thing.
Oh, go on, quick, because we've got to jump on other stuff. Go on.
Captain America fucks.
I love that scene. I love that scene.
Reveal.
I love how like there was two plots to this episode. One, Jennifer Walters, being She-Hulk, coming to her senses, but then also like trying to go back to being, Jennifer Walters' attorney at law.
Oh yeah.
Second plot, is Captain America a virgin? Those were the main two plots of the episode then. And we got the answers to both.
I wish Marvel would just say the F word just once, please. I want to hear it.
Captain America, fuck.
And they've been and what doesn't get me, sorry, just very quickly, the whole fucking like,
yeah.
No, just very quickly, they've been putting like very hints of the F word, but in post credit scenes. Compared to like when we first got it in Iron Man 2 in the first 10 minutes of the movie, it was bleeped out, but still, it wasn't a post-credit scene.
It's always the ending. It's always the ending. He's got a point there. Yeah. He's done me there actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, episode 2.
Shit.
Episode 2. I think we should we can just jump around from 2 and 3 at the minute, but
they're kind of the same.
Yeah. I think they were both okay. I enjoyed them. There wasn't anything that kind of stuck out. I like the
episode 2 has a lot more references.
Yeah, I think 2's better than 3. I like the Abomination stuff so far. I dig
the Abomination stuff was the most interesting, which is what I think made episode 3 kind of lackluster.
Had Wong in it. Had Wong in it. Shut your mouth.
No, he was part of the Abomination storyline.
Wong saved episode 3.
Oh yeah.
The storyline in episode 3 was trash, in all honesty.
What?
Wait,
which one was that? What'd you say?
The Megan Thee Stallion storyline.
I just wish it would end. Okay, why are we spending so much time around Jennifer Walters' random employee that she doesn't like as a subplot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, I don't get it.
It's like...
Obviously, it's following the sitcom type of an A storyline and a B storyline. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But this was just, I think the B storyline was kind of awful.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't funny, it's just cringy.
Yeah.
It's like, it goes back to what we were talking about just a minute ago about how the writer said they didn't know how to write courtroom scenes. Like, when I was watching it, I was kind of laughing to myself at how bad the scenes actually were in the courtroom for it.
Yeah, it just, oh god. It's like if you watch a show like Better Call Saul, or, I don't know why I'm comparing that to Shield, but if you watch a show like Better Call Saul or Daredevil, it's like...
I mean, he is a lawyer.
Like, obviously, it's not real, and they exaggerate a lot of what happens.
But still, get people to write...
All of this borderline... Yeah. But if the writing's good, and it semi-makes sense, people can suspend their disbelief.
I just thought the whole subplot was a waste of time. I thought it was a waste of time, the whole subplot. It didn't really go anywhere. I mean, it was just like a fun little sketch, but not a whole really episode.
My main thing that annoyed me most is that, like, the Abomination storyline could have been itself just the entire episode, and it would have been great.
Yeah.
Because there was so much they could have done with that. But they was like, hey, let's just spend it on, like, this elf bitch, pretend to be Megan Thee Stallion.
This elf bitch.
Dating this, like,
this elf, Asgardian elf bitch.
Yeah.
Robert's an elfist. Go on.
I hate elves, man.
Wait, elf as in Will Ferrell movie?
Exactly, and that.
Robert, you ain't getting shit for Christmas, just letting you know now. You ain't getting anything.
Yeah, you're getting fucking... You're getting squat for Christmas, mate.
But yeah, I just thought it was just... I mean, I do like the Abomination stuff so far. It's one of those things where I just wish it could have been written better, because it basically, like, it's a pass, right? It's enjoyable, it's a pass, they're doing something good, but I wish they could do something just a little bit more.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed how in episode 2 they talked about, like, Abomination goes through all these stuff about, like, oh yeah, well, the government tricked me. They said they made me think I was going to be like the next Captain America, but then they pumped all these drugs into me. Maybe going to rampage. And then they let me know what the Hulk goes through. Like,
yeah, and how, like...
I thought that was going to come up in episode 3 during the trial, but it doesn't really.
And, like, the quote of, like, how he thought he was the good guy, but then turns out, you know, everyone says that he's not the good guy now.
Yeah.
I do recall
and you can see the emotion.
I do recall him picking up a tank and holding it above, like, loads of civilians and being like, "Are you ready to die?" To be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah. which also reminds you, like, brings me back to, like, the Incredible Hulk, where, you know, Emil Blonsky's just, like, standing in front of Hulk and, like, out in the field. Hulk fucking just kicks him and he goes into a tree. All his bones are, like, fucking gravel, and now Hulk and Abomination have forgiven each other. Like, what?
He sent me a letter.
He sent me a fucking, what was that, haiku?
A haiku.
Yeah. Also, I love how, like, just very quickly. Sorry, I keep fucking parts from episode 2 keep coming back to me. How Hulk's like, yeah, he's a different man now, literally.
That, you know what? That made me laugh. I saw that on Twitter before the actual episode came out.
It got a chuckle out of me.
Got a bit of a chuckle out of me too.
I did like the initial conversation with Emil Blonsky and Jennifer Waters, though. I did actually really enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the interaction.
Tim Roth is great. He's great. All right, calm down. Yeah. I love him. He's great.
He's definitely more comedic character, which I'm not even against. Like, I don't know why, but it somehow makes the character more enjoyable if you go back to watch The Incredible Hulk and knowing where he ends up and how he acts. It's kind of funny.
Which, by the way, The Incredible Hulk, I have not done a rewatch on that.
I've never seen it.
And you might need to.
You haven't?
I've never seen The Incredible Hulk.
You need to watch it.
I've never actually seen it.
From what I can remember, pretty good.
Before now, I just never really considered it part of the MCU because of how, like, it never really got referenced or brought up. And obviously different actors.
Yeah.
It's like, the only reference that was in it was, like, what, fucking Tony Stark and Thunderbolt Ross?
Yeah, that's about it.
I should probably give it a watch, to be honest with you. But yeah,
it's a pretty solid movie.
I think Tim Roth's great. You know, I've been rewatching a lot of Pulp Fiction recently, and Tim Roth's in that, and I love him. I love him in that. I love that movie.
Oh, do you know what would have been so good?
Enlighten me.
Like, instead of, like, for the court scene for the trial in episode 3, real quick. If Tim Roth was, like, wearing a suit. It's just, like, obviously, you know, court suit, being all fancy, but just, like, the subtle hint. You know, just like the subtle hint of him being Mr. Orange as well.
Oh.
From Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen that movie, so I don't get the reference.
Oh, Robert, go and watch it. It's freaking awesome.
It's such a fucking good movie. Holy shit.
I love that. I love how... you know what? I'm having so much fun with this. We're just spouting out random stuff that happens in these episodes. I love how they're just like, Wong, you just admitted to kidnapping Emil Blonsky for you to fight, which is a crime. He's just going, I gotta go.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
And they're like, oh no, anyways. They're just not interested.
Also, he would have, like, fucking used the Darkhold on him or some shit. But what I fucking love is that Wong is a what was it? A Target associate or something like that?
What, in his LinkedIn profile? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Target associate.
He used to be.
Did not catch that Wolverine reference in episode 2?
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't pick it up on like my first watch, But after like seeing like the whole Easter egg of, oh yeah, this got reference in it, I watched it back. I'm like, oh yeah, now I see it.
Twitter told me that before I watched it.
It was probably nothing. Like, I doubt that's like, obviously it's a reference to Wolverine, but it's probably not
next minute it's a fucking reference to like fucking Sabretooth or whatever.
or if it's like, it's Hugh Jackman, but he's not playing Wolverine, he's playing like Jonathan...
It's just Hugh Jackman in the MCU.
No, he's playing like Jonathan Intercourse or something like that. He's like a mate of Ralph Boner. I just imagine all the base X-Men characters in the core MCU, they're all just like... They're all just sex names.
You know what? If you're going to do it, I'd honestly kind of love that. If they just recast the old Fox X-Men in the MCU just as comic characters.
Just imagine in Multiverse of Madness, like, Patrick Stewart rolls and he's just like, I am Dick Long.
I'm Dick Long. That's why I sit in this wheelchair.
I am Dick Long. I just imagine him saying that in his fucking voice. It's ever since I saw the original Dune, where he sees that giant worm and he goes, "It's a monster!" That's what I love, Patrick Stewart. A guy on the bus today popped on, and he looked exactly like Patrick Stewart. Like, literally, I had to...
Maybe it wasn't.
I don't know, he didn't have a big yellow wheelchair or anything, but he was literally, it was Patrick Stewart. He looked just flipping like him.
Was he still in a wheelchair anyway?
He wasn't, but he was reading my mind. He knew exactly what I was on about. He was staring at me and everything. I was convinced. I was convinced it was him. But yeah, I like all the, what do you call it? I dig all the Abomination scenes so far. I just wish that they actually do things a bit. Yeah. I just wish that, it's like, did we really need all that Megan Thee Stallion?
That honestly made me cringe so much. Like, I genuinely rolled my eyes, and I've never really done that.
It's like, it didn't I get it's a comedy, but it didn't make me laugh, so why was it in there?
Yeah.
And
I get comedy is subjective, but I honestly just found that cringy. Like,
but also, like, if Megan Thee Stallion is canon, like, she's an actual, like, you know, performer and musician, that means possibly other fucking artists are canon as well.
Yeah.
You know what?
Which could be good. Which could be good at some point.
Honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but it honestly feels like Megan Thee Stallion being in there was just the setup for She-Hulk twerking. Like, they wanted a scene where she twerked. And they're like, how do we get
which I am not complaining about, but go on.
Like, that's the only reason it was worth it, just to see that.
My dad hasn't seen that episode yet, and he has no idea who Megan Thee Stallion is. I guarantee it. So I'm just gonna have to sit and explain it to him, because I didn't know who she was watching the episode. I didn't know who she was. I'm genuinely being serious, because I did. I had to look up afterwards, and I was like, oh, she's a musician or all that.
Yeah. Hang on. You do realise that
the most you get just
I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, Rings of Power is on Amazon Prime now.
Wait, we forgot one good reference in episode 2 though.
Yeah.
The fucking Hulk in space.
Shit, yeah. Why are we so stupid?
That's probably not going anywhere. Let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
he's just traveling around space. Moving on.
He's going to the moon. He ran out of some cheese. He's going to the moon.
He's gonna go visit Wallace and Gromit on the moon.
Exactly.
He's gonna go meet Elon Musk in space. He's got to rescue the Mars rover.
On the moon?
I just realised what I just said. Yeah, dude, Mars is on the moon. Do you not know?
Yeah. No, that makes...
Small planet.
Damn, why is Mars looking so grey recently? What the fuck?
That's strange.
Why is it so close to... I can see Earth from here. What the hell's going on? It's flipping... There's a big flag sticking out of it as well. What the... It's a bit weird, isn't it? I do think... you know, I was on about how the show was just kind of visually... Just my eyes kind of get bored looking at it, yeah. You know, like the bit where all the reporters outside, like, the Abomination big prison, it's like... There's just a few people standing around. It's not really many interesting shots. I mean, look outside like a SHIELD base or something like that.
That's what I meant earlier. Do you know what I said? I think it might be the directing. That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's no interesting camera angles. The camera doesn't move in an interesting way. Like, again, it doesn't really have to, but it's just character reactions are kind of boring.
It's like if you compare... I'll say this. It's like I'm watching it and I'm enjoying... I'll say this. If I'm watching the show, I'm enjoying it. But I'm not being like, oh, this is like groundbreaking. If it's just like, yeah, I'm enjoying this is okay. But if you look at something like Miss Marvel, there was like one shot in like episode 2 or 3 where it was in 3 where she's on her bed and she's standing up and then she just dives back on the bed backwards, and then eventually like this new thing where like the camera tracked her head so it full on followed it just to get like a really interesting shot.
It's like it's just a simple shot, but it makes it more interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's like I wish they just. I'm not full on staggering off. I'm just saying I really do wish the directing was so much better, because look at like Falcon Winter Soldier or Loki or fuck even WandaVision. I'm enjoying it. It's just passable to me now. She-Hulk.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I mean, Disney Plus shows like they're good. Like some of them are good, some of them are kind of.
But they need to up their game.
Yeah, like I will say, I do think the quality of the shows is very like. Obviously not the quality CGI wise, but
varies quite a bit.
Writing. Yeah, it varies quite a bit. Like,
because how many?
It's weird to explain. But
how many episodes are in the whole series?
9.
I think it's 8.
9.
Yeah, 8 or 9, something like that.
8 or 9. Fuck, we've actually gone past the whole 6 episode thing again. Wow, that's a first for a bit.
I think I should have done it a while back. I don't know why they kept to a 6 episode format, but just
I don't know why.
For them.
They probably fucking realized their mistake of like, okay, we need to go back to 9 episodes. Yep, let's put in Megan Thee Stallion.
Something funny though is that like, because I think She-Hulk is like, isn't it the shortest one time, just in episodes, compared to the others?
I think it does. Yeah, how long was Falcon Winter Soldier's episodes?
All 9 episodes put together will roughly just be 6 episodes of a normal Disney Plus show.
He's got a point there.
True.
He's got an absolute flipping point there.
Because they're roughly, excluding the first episode, I think, because how long was that? How long was the first episode?
38. It was 38 minutes.
Oh shit, okay, because I thought, for some reason I thought it was longer.
That's with credits.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck.
After I enjoyed the first episode, after it's finished, I wasn't like itching to see the next one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I went back to bed afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like episode 1 and 2, if they were combined together, it would have been more. It would have had my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's like it will get engaging. It's just right now, it's just kind of like it's not like Moonlight Level or Miss Marvel
or Half of the Dragon, which I've been watching.
Oh, is that good?
Since the first episode.
Is that good?
Yeah, I've really been enjoying it.
Oh, that's good. We forgot to mention 3 things though.
Gone.
Okay, first thing, episode 3, Wrecking Crew. The whole fight at the end.
Okay.
That was actually pretty. I like that. Like the whole. But like the weapons and shit like that. I liked it.
Do you think they actually stole them from Asgard? Oh, New Asgard.
If it's She-Hulk, it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, they did have a whole fucking Asgardian elf in the fucking episode, so.
I'm hoping it's not some kind of thing that was just joked about. It's just they got it from somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, they got it from what do you call it? The fucking villains from Spider-Man.
Wong gave it to them at Target.
from Spider-Man Homecoming, they got like the Tinkerer and fucking whatever, like and Shocker. Didn't know how they're selling weapons and shit.
It's just Stark Tech. They stole Stark Tech is the worst security I've ever seen.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's unbelievable.
Oh, but who do you think hired them? Do you think it was Titty?
What are you talking
about?
Girl.
Titania.
Yeah, that's it. Do you think she?
I don't know, possibly.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stop you right there. I thought he was trying to say Tatiana again, as in She-Hulk. Now, why would She-Hulk hire people to attack and kill her? Question me that, Robert. Riddle me this.
Riddle me this, Robert.
Riddle me this, man.
If that's being said, they get in the car and I'm like, oh, the boss is gonna be so annoyed that they didn't kill her.
I can just imagine like some guy with like a thick like New York accent, like, oh jeez, oh no, the boss is gonna get real angry at me, guys.
I'm sorry, boss.
Oh guys, oh no.
I just wish it was the bro crew from Hawkeye.
We want your blood, bro.
The fucking girl, the pony. Oh, I hope they don't. Cause I'll fucking shoot myself.
Who do you think hired him?
Probably Abomination or Leader.
Yeah, I've seen people throwing around Kingpin, which, if I'm being honest, I don't think of anything to do
It's not Kingpin. It's not Kingpin.
It won't be Kingpin. Kingpin's still like, still freshly dead.
He's in Carbonite right now in Jabba's palace.
Yeah. He's just like he's just hanging up on the wall.
Just this fat fuck on a wall. So I'm just picturing.
He's like bigger than the actual Carbonite board they put you on.
They're gonna have to like go for an extra large size of Carbonite.
Not even that, but just put him on it. But it's just his statue is just bigger than it.
He just gets like stuck halfway through, and he keeps going up, goes down, back again, keeps getting stuck.
Remove parts of the ceiling just to fit it in.
Yeah, but, oh, you know what? It's not worth it. Just throw him away. Put him in the river.
What was there to talk about with this show? I didn't think episode 3 had like a weird ending shot. She kind of looked into the mirror of the car and it was like She-Hulk, the Tony at Laura. I was like, huh? Oh,
if anything,
I think it's meant to be like, oh, okay, I have to actually fight people after me.
Oh, I thought it was kind of.
I think that's kind of what it meant.
I thought the shot was. I wish the shot lingered on him, or she kind of look into be like, oh, this is what I've become, sort of thing. She was like.
Yeah.
Was it?
But it's also it doesn't really work for that because she didn't like murder anyone or hurt anyone. So I think it was meant to be a Booth is right kind of moment.
Maybe, I don't know. Go on, Jane. I know you're itching to chat.
Was it the second episode or the third episode which had like the whole everyone making comments about it, like making videos about She-Hulk?
It was the third one.
Which is
scarily accurate.
Well, I mean, it was accurate because
because they
got those comments.
They took
from,
actual comments.
comments.
They took actual comment from like Instagram posts and shit like that.
Hang on, stay right there. Stay right there. I'm going on to a certain YouTube channel. I'm not giving the name away.
We know who you are.
You know who you know who I'm talking about.
You just said it yourself.
Wait, I'm missing. I'm missing it. What's happening?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Those specific YouTube channels.
Finding it. Let me find what someone was saying. It was about She-Hulk regarding those comments.
Oh, anyway, while you're looking for that,
I got it.
Also,
She-Hulk Marvel is attacking us.
Marvel is attacking us. Woo! But also, last thing I just want to say very quickly. Second episode, post-credit scene. How, like, she's helping out her, like, dad and stuff like that with, like, all different things around the house.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you gotta find that a little bit funny.
Not gonna lie, when I saw it, I kind of thought it should have just been included in the actual episode at the family dinner.
He's got a point there. He's done us there, Jaden.
Oh, he's got me. He's got us there.
I just think I liked it, but I felt like it could have just been part of the episode.
It should have been. I think it should have been.
Like, it's all well and good having, like, a twerking scene just for fun as a post-credit scene. I felt like that was an actual, like, good moment.
Yeah.
That you could have had in the episode.
When do you guys think Daredevil will show up?
6.
Episode 6.
In episode 6, yeah.
We
all just, like, went straight to 6.
I think it makes no sense. I don't even know why.
I'm scared what's gonna happen to the internet when it happens. I can imagine Daredevil will say like, I don't think they're gonna ruin him.
Kills the Daredevil character.
Echo shows up and shoots him in the eyes.
I love how everyone. I love how like everyone's saying, "Oh, they're gonna ruin Daredevil." I reckon they're not, because if they do, the slightest chance of if they do ruin Daredevil, everyone will burn Marvel and Disney to the fucking ground.
And I'll be on that train. I'll be there. I don't think they are though. I think it
really depends on what they do. Like, I don't really worry for the writing of this character. The thing I'm most concerned about is how they said we don't know how to write courtroom scenes. That's the thing that worries me the most for seeing him on the show.
Could you imagine if Matt Murdock was there when they're representing the fake elf woman, Megan Thee Stallion, I would actually kick off and I would murder someone.
Yeah. It does make me wonder, what do you think their reasoning for them...
Matt Murdock kicks in the door, I rest my case. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
But yeah, is that about it? Sorry, Robert, just cut you off there.
I know, just...
No, what were you going to say, Robert, quickly?
I'm saying I wouldn't worry too much about
so thank you guys for watching, and...
Excuse me?
Okay, right, go again, Robert, go again.
Go.
What as I was saying, I wouldn't worry too much about... Excuse me, don't you dare. I can sense it. But I wouldn't worry too much about Daredevil.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and God, this is about a long one. An hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that I check now and I haven't been recording? Could you imagine? I'd kick off. I'd actually kick off.
Marvel Women's our podcast.
Oh wait, right, before we end off, do you remember us three were talking about Bad Batch for a good 3.5 hour podcast? And then we finished it, and then the whole file was corrupted, and we were like, guys, we gotta do the whole thing again. So every time we did like a new conversation, it'd be like, oh, my thoughts on this was, oh really, tell us more. We know exactly what that point was already. I think that was the most painful 3 hours of our life.
Ever since then, it's been extremely paranoid.
Oh my god, yeah, honestly, if it's like a massive one. 'Cause it was like when we were doing, I'm guessing viewers have already clicked off at this point.
Winter Soldier as well.
I guarantee viewers have already clicked off at this point, so we can just chat. We can say whatever we want at this point. No one's going to listen yet. But I think...
Wasn't there a time when we did like a nearly 2 hour podcast, and while recording, the whole fucking file corrupted, so we had to start again?
I don't think it was the whole file. Like, it got cut off halfway through or something.
Well, it got corrupted partly way through, and like it missed like it missed like 5 or 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what happened. It was when we were doing our Batgirl one, and my laptop died halfway through. But for some flipping miracle, it saved the rest of the conversation up until that point. So we just chatted the rest of it. I was so happy with that. I was well chuffed.
Yeah, but there was another one way before that, like when we first started doing this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What happened with that one was, I think it stopped recording halfway through, so we had to
record
and pretend like we hadn't just heard it.
I remember what he's talking about. It was that. It was episode 4. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like,
the episode as well.
I was going on about something.
As usual.
Wait, was I there?
Yeah,
as the usual, I was going on a fucking tangent about something, but it was, to the point of the episode.
I love how he goes about, I think my point was, wait, hang on, was I there for that session? He's questioning if he was even in the room.
No, because I remember not being there for some episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Was it? I'm pretty sure you were there.
Or was it WandaVision?
I think it was
it was WandaVision. I wasn't there for. It was a bit of both of WandaVision and then Falcon and Winter Soldier that I wasn't there for.
I remember you not being there for the Bad Batch one.
I don't blame him.
I think you just watching.
Because I fucking gave up halfway through.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fucking... You watch, going back on my fucking Disney Plus, watch list, I'm still, on the very start of, the episode after fucking Cad Bane.
Yeah.
That's where I'm still at.
Season 2?
If I have to.
I mean, I'm not going to force you into it. That's kind of that's basically me taking away your human rights if I ask you to do that.
I mean, if I start watching, Season 2, I probably won't even know I probably, wouldn't even care about what's going on.
Can I just chip in for a
sec? I wouldn't know what the fuck's happening. Yeah, go for it.
Can we end this because I have about 5 hours of sleep before I gotta go to work?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we still recording?
Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.